Good morning, welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double. Today we're doing Masechah Shabbos, Parakid Zayin, Mishnah is Beis and Gimel. Talk about Muksa. Mishnah Beis says, no to Adam Karnis with Tzova. I'm sure when you grew up you learned about this. You can take a hammer to knock open some walnuts. If you want to take a saw to cut some cakes, fig cakes, Megera, Ligro Borsakvini, you want to take an axe to chop off some of the cheese, the hard cheese. Magrefa Ligro is a grogros. You want to take a hoe to take out grogros. It's a big vat of grogros, of figs, and it's hard to get them at the bottom. Take the hoe to get them out. Even though these things are normally used for harisha, for plowing, you're allowed to use these things because it's Sora Kufo, right? These are things normally used for Isra on Shabbos. Sora Kufo, Sora Makomo, Mutter, the Gemara explains, if you're using it for a purpose, not for the malacha purpose, but for a purpose for yourself, a personal purpose on Shabbos, or you want to move it because you need the place where they are, you're allowed to move it. You want to take a mazleg is like a pitchfork. A rachas is a different type of projectile, like a thing which you prod the animals with. You want to stick like some food in to feed your child. It's a kush, it's a karkar litchobo. Or you're eating, you don't have utensils. You want to take when people sew, they have a sewing needle or a karkar, which is like a crocheting needle. You want to grab something with. You want to eat with it. Makat shal yad little bo as hakots. You want to take a needle, right? Take out a splinter, shal sakoyim, or a thicker needle. Liftoach was a delis, right? You need to open the door. The door is stuck, so then you could do these things. Again, it's sarah kufo. Gimel kanashal zaysim. They used to have these things to check olives when they used to make olives, to put them in the olives, to penetrate the olive and see whether the oil is good or not, whether they're considered ripe enough that the oil is good enough oil, because that's what olives are used for, the oil. So if there's kesher barosho, meaning there's like a circle on top of it, right? Makabel tuma. It's makabel tuma because there's nothing with Shabbos. It's makabel tuma because it has a base kibul. Right, kalim are not makabel tuma. Pshute kliyetz, if it was made out of wood, and not makabel tuma unless they have something which is base kibul. And if you have this small circle at the top, small ball at the top, the oil is able to stay on it. The imlavi makabel tuma. If it's just a straight thing, pshute kliyetz, then it's not makabel tuma. Whether it has the kesher or doesn't have the kesher, you can move it on Shabbos as long as you move it. Even though normally these things are used to squeeze olives, schita is also to check your olives, to sell the olive oil. Unless you're using it for a permissible purpose, you want to point to something on your wall of photos. You want to give a demonstration. You want to take the olive stick. This is the picture of my grandmother. This is the picture of my great grandmother. This is a picture of my great grandmother. Had they have pictures 1,000 years ago? They didn't have pictures. We made it up. We drew it. This is what you can do with artificial intelligence these days. Anyway, so that's the Mishnah. Stay tuned for Ian Mitzion, where I'll talk more about this idea of muksa, what muksa is, and why for a klish machal is, or a sarah kufa and sarah makom or mutter. Ian Mitzion coming up next.